Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
Hey everybody, how's it going? John L. here. Tonight we're going to be playing Spider-Man Return of the Sinister 6. So I made a mistake in playing this game, it's terrible. I thought it'd be fun to play a Spider-Man game since Homecoming came out. I know that was last month. But, you know, I was like, yeah, there's like Spider-Man games for the NES, right? So, didn't really pay too much attention and looking stuff up. And I was like, Sinister 6 is cool, it's got Vulture, he's in the movie, all that stuff. Also, I do Marvel Puzzle Quest stuff, and they had a, Spider-Man versus the Sinister 6. So I thought it would be like a fun thing with like a bunch of tie-ins and everything like that, and I didn't realize this is an LJN game, so like inherently it's pretty bad. Anyways, you can tell by like the art, like right there. Well, actually the Spider-Man logo is not too bad and everything, but like, you know, the enemies on the bottom. So anyways, without much further ado, we'll just get into the game. So first up is Electro. So the game is a kind of beat 'em up. It's pretty short, and yeah, just it's real. It's an ugly looking game. Like, it's probably this is probably one of the more average looking stages. So you play as Spider-Man, and he doesn't look too good. I always think that this game looks like it's kind of like a, 90s like PC game that you'd get for free or something. The music is pretty terrible, and this is the music that just is like, I think this is the only music in the game, honestly. I guess some of it's not so bad, but, yeah. The game, you play as Spider-Man, you have one life, and you have one continue, and there's 6 stages. You have to go through the Sinister 6, ending with Doc Ock, and Spider-Man, oh man, missiles for some reason. Spider-Man gets energy back by killing enemies, so that's an interesting little mechanic here. So, I mean, terrible AI. It's kind of nice at least that, you don't take damage from enemies. And for some reason, guys explode when you punch them. Yeah, like the controls for this thing are just rough. Almost non-visible landmines right there. I don't know where this stands with, hero games. Things in the 80s and 90s weren't quite the same as they are today. So, I mean, this at the time was, just another game. It wasn't like a big deal or anything. Well, I guess it was a big deal because, it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a big franchise, but, in the 80s and early 90s, there just wasn't the big interest in comic book stuff like there is today. So oddly enough, this first stage, Electro, is one of the longer ones, and I think kind of towards the end of the game, they get shorter. So I know this looks like it's not too bad and not having too much trouble controlling, but trust me, you're gonna want to have like a lot of practice in just moving this guy around, because it's pretty difficult. So these little flashing container things are like his webbing, and by ducking down you grab them. There's like a couple places where there's items spread out throughout the game, so it's kind of like they wanted to incorporate some like puzzle stuff, but not really. He can use his web and swing from things, and he can crawl on stuff. Like if I wanted to earlier on in the first part of the stage, I could have crawled on the buildings, but there's not really a point of doing that. I don't know if you can... Yeah, so it's weird because they can have him crawl on certain things, but not other things. So, and it's not really useful. For Spider-Man, you know, being a, you know, wall crawler and, you know, spider guy and everything, it's like they kind of had that as an afterthought. So here's the Electro fight, and he's like just chilling over here, I think, to begin with. So I think he has to move out of the way first. Yeah, I think when he's here... Alright, anyways. Or, I think we need to turn this thing off, yeah. So he shoots out stuff and... Oh man. So you have this like jump kick. If you hit the attack button like twice. And yeah. I had webbing. Okay. It's really so hard to hit anything. And you do a lot of down and punching, because if anything, I don't know, his punch is stronger, I guess, but he at least won't move. It's just, yeah, it's really hard to control him. Alright, come on, one more hit. So again, since you only have one life, you really want to like be careful about like the hits you take. Alright. So far, not bad. Come on. Just chase me all over the place here. There we go. Okay, so that's the end of the first stage. The second one is Sandman, who kind of looks like Batista right there. I'm gonna stop it just to, you know, kind of pause and take a little break, and then we'll do Sandman. So, okay, alright, I'll see you guys in a bit.